Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year again. Thank you, Maroon, for the ping. We have Teyvat chapter teaser interlude, The God's Limits. That's it. All right. Last time, maybe not last time, but a couple of years ago, we had the Winter Nights Lazo, that was insane. And then basically every summer, there's usually like a huge drop of a Genshin trailer. So this one's 8 minutes. Let's see. I don't know who the heck that was on the cover. Some kind of fish lady. Let's find out. Japanese?
This world has always been so. Life abides no reason, for none are born by their own consent. Death abides no reason.
Oh.
For it cannot be defied,
Ronova.
even by those who see it coming. Time abides no reason, for it deprives us all equally, yet brooks not a second to be reclaimed. Space abides no reason. The ruler of space stopped the golden-haired twin travelers and mercilessly tore them apart.
No, you got your story wrong. We're okay. That didn't happen. Woo.
No. This looks more like Rhinedottir's doing.
Oh, was it
Please
just like
don't litter other people's spaces with your bizarre creations.
That was not a fish lady.
Unsurprisingly, all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the ruler of space. I have seen enough to know that repeating this experiment would be fruitless.
You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your
symbols?
amusement. Although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my disapproval. My dear Rhinedottir.
You have my
Rhinedottir?
respect, Naberius.
Naberius.
Your nagging is one of the only things that can get under my skin.
Where's Rhinedottir? There's R.
And you, Istaroth, why did you bestow history upon them?
Oh.
I had to find some way to pass the time, did I not? After all, it's clear that Asmodee is not here.
Asmodee.
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little earlier next time. But you're right. There's no trace of Asmodee here.
They look pretty
Where has she
good.
gone? Anyway, it's time I put this space out of its misery.
Yeah, it's like a little creation of a zone. Finally putting names to faces.
These meetings are just a formality. Does it really matter that only 3 of us are here?
I, for one, think that we should find her. Since the Heavenly Principles cast us as shades, not one of us has ever missed a meeting.
What if
Like their eye like patterns.
she just switched sides? Finding her would do more harm than good.
It's like Layla.
Now there's an interesting idea. Better than being devoured.
Just switched sides. You make it sound like such a trivial affair. We are shades, shadows of the heavenly principles. It's unthinkable. Unless she loves her new master more than her own self.
New master?
Ronova, do you know that you're being watched?
By whom? Whose
All them
gaze could
eyes?
pierce this far?
Ooh!
I remember those eyes. It was just before I placed the curse of immortality.
Oh, man. The curse has a hole?
Ah, yes. He's an old acquaintance of mine. I'm sure that working for the Tsaritsas helped him let go of his past obsessions.
It's OG
The
Jester.
Kyle Archon. With her paltry powers, she dares set her gaze on the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken. If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either.
My dear Rhinedottir, you know I cannot allow you to think that way.
Yeah, the principal's been real silent, and now that
It
makes
was
sense.
purely hypothetical, Naberius.
For lack of a direct order, I say it's time we intervened. Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
Rules.
The gaze of the gods has always been considered a blessing. Hence the origin and meaning of visions. People have always yearned for the gaze of the gods. And yet, it is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite their wrath and retribution. And what of it? Lives will be lost, a nation brought to ruins. So be it. It is nothing
Wow.
I have not endured before. I already know the price of gazing upon the gods. So tell me, what is the price of killing a god? The god stays silent, as if the thought had never once crossed his mind. To all those who dare not look up to the heavens, Her Majesty the Tsaritsa says this. Behold. Even the gods have their limits.
Teresa?
Inspection over. Return to your posts.
Teresa?
Make sure the Frostmoon Scions don't pose a threat.
Per
That's
the
cool.
Pale Star Edict, we are to retrieve the damselette from Nod Cry, whatever it takes.
From Nod Cry. Next Harbinger confirmed. Okay, I like that from an explanative standpoint. That's not a word. So there was Rhinedottir, there was Ronova, there was Naberius, which kind of just looks like her again, almost. And then everybody was talking about the Heavenly Principles, in which I was thinking there was a whole thing going on up there, but yeah, they're right. I mean, they have yet to be awakened, as she said, because it seemed like, they weren't really doing much. I mean, think about all that's happened with like Nahida and like Farina with the 500 years, and they didn't do anything. So yeah, it definitely seemed like real odd. Like it seemed like nothing was going on up there in Celestia or the Heavenly Principles. But now the focus has to get shifted there because some of these stories have to come to a conclusion. That's kind of like one of the things about this universe is there's just so many plot points that have begun and have never come to an end. We just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and adding and adding and adding, and there's not any conclusion. We just keep on having all these stories that start but don't come to an end, you know? You can say Archon Quest, of course, yeah, like, you know, in that at least like small pocket, but not the big picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pulselina. And then also, yeah, that'd be the big old guy with the girl with the mech. Wonder what the symbols in their eyes mean as well. A little bit of Hexenzirkel. Nod Cry locations. This one kind of reminded me of Natlan. Or is it? It could just be like older areas too in here, like a mixture. A lot of high-tech looking stuff. Like almost like industrial almost. Man, it's gonna see such like, you know, anime vibes of just like what, let me look at that one day. One of these days, one day. 2030. But yeah, I would just like to see us make progress, and I hope Nod Cry can do that. I hope we can. I mean, even Nod Cry is going to different things, it seems like, but at least it's like at the end here we talk about we are to retrieve the damn slut from Nod Cry, whatever it takes. So she's in Nod Cry. That's confirmed. And she'll probably be the next one. She might be somebody before that. But that's our next focus. So yeah, like I said, I want these stories to come to an end. We have so many plot points, all those books, all those pages, all those, you know, pages you can find in the world, all the world quests. There's just a lot of things that some things do come to an end for the most part, right? We have conclusions, but there's just so many plot points that just trail off and then we don't get to the bottom of it again. So I would like to see just certain things just end, you know, or certain things just come to that conclusion in this. All right, though. Definitely a cool trailer, though. We got some reveals, putting names to faces, which is always nice. Seeing where people's priorities are. The shades of the Heavenly Principles. Even they're confused. Ronova look good. I mean, they all look good. But yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, we all just want to see what happens in the end. And we're a little bit far from the end now, especially with Nod Cry being like an extra piece now. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure you guys will break this down. I know I definitely probably miss a couple things here and there. I know you guys got this. You guys will break this down real good in the comments and as in your own videos as well. And you know, Cat with a blue hat will be all over it. So we'll be learning more about this for sure. But this was our big July trailer for Genshin. So pretty cool. Pretty cool though. We're moving, you know, we're moving it along, moving things along. It still won't beat the Winter Nights Lazo though. That's my favorite trailer out of Genshin Impact. That was insane. Looks like we also have some more news here as well. We'll check the description of the video too. Yep, so there's Istaroth, the ruler of time. This is kind of clarifying who's who, just in case, you know. Had to find some way to pass the time. Did I not? Yeah, you sure did. Naberius, ruler of life. It was like, yeah, that's what it was. Sort of like a back-to-back kind of action going. You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your amusement. You have my respect, Naberius. Your nagging is one of the only things that can get under my skin. That was actually in that video as well. People got to be on Twitter just like literally waiting to hit the button to comment. um, Ruler of Death, Ronova. Anyway, it's the time I put this space out of its misery. She looks a lot cuter than I would expect. You see all those eyes and like how she was portrayed in the quest lines of like the end of Natlan and whatnot, and like seeing like Arlecchino's design, and you think she'd look real creepy and messed up. Looks just really, really just on the cute side, honestly. That's fine. I mean, I have no problem with that, but yeah. Happy birthday, Kabe. Let's take a look at the description here as well. We have BAs. Whoops. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Ronova is Aiden Dawn Gold, or Rhinedottir. It's Ivy Dupler. Oh wow, she did. Okay, she did both. Ruler of Life also same. What? If you guys don't know, Erica Harlacher is the voice of Venti, or at least, I mean, originally voice of Venti. They'll all be back now though, so you know we're back. Richard Tatum is Piero, the director of the Fatui Harbingers. I didn't even catch that. Dang. Huh. All right. Well, there you go. There's also all the other ones as well. JP, Chinese, Korean. Too many familiar names here. I didn't even show them for Japanese. But anywho, that will be all. Now, I will catch you guys in the next one.